Alright, so we're back once again today, and today we're going to be doing something I haven't really done in a long time. I released a video probably a couple of weeks ago, maybe a couple of months ago actually, where I put a Conqueror up against, I think it was 10 Bellathorpans, the tier 3 UK BB, and decided just to fight it out. And then I was thinking about that just today, and I was still reeling from the experience of being detonated by torpedoes in my Thunder in ranked games. I think it happened like 3 times in the past 2 days. So I thought, I know what, I need to get better at being able to dodge torpedoes. So I thought, what better way to get better at dodging torpedoes and killing destroyers than taking my Minotaur, taking it into a training game, getting 6 Shimakazes or 5 Shimakazes, and seeing who wins. So that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to be doing a little bit of torpedo dodging, a little bit of aiming correction, and a little bit of killing DDs. So without further ado, let's get into the game setup. Alright, so as I said, we're going to be playing against 6 Shimakazes. So I'm just going to add 1 here, and then I'm just going to, just so you get an idea of what I'm actually going to be up against. 1 Shimakaze, it's going to be moving, it's going to be armed, and it's going to be medium AI level. We're going to fill that out later, because I don't want to bore you with that. The map's going to be ocean, because, well, I could play islands, but I think that would give maybe me a little bit too much of an advantage. You know, I could hide behind islands, I could smoke up, I could do stuff like that, really weird stuff. So, it's just going to be oceans, and we're just going to fight it out 6v1 and see who wins. Without further ado, let's get into the actual gameplay. 6 Shimakazes versus 1 Minotaur. Alright, so we're in game now, and I'm deciding to go to A. I think if I rush B in this game, I'm just going to bump into too many Shimakazes, and I'm going to get too many torps, and I'm just going to die instantly. Instead, what my plan is, I'm going to try and isolate as many of the Shimakazes as I possibly can, dodge the torpedoes, do a hell of a lot of damage, and clean them up entirely. Now, I'm thinking, you know, maybe I should have added more Shimakazes, maybe I should have added less, but again, you have plenty of opportunities to do this. I'm probably going to do this several more times, because I think this is actually good for, you know, being able to control the ship accurately, and just being able to be prepared to dodge torpedoes, being able to predict where they're going to come from. Using your hydros effectively is also another big thing too. Not using it too early, not too late, and using it just solely to dodge torpedoes, which is really important. So I'm not really sure what the AI at medium level does. I think, you know, maybe they'll split half and half, maybe it'll be 2-4, 1-5, I don't actually know. But we get the first action. Something is capping B. Now you notice my detection range hasn't been detected yet, and it covers basically half of the B cap. So with that being said, it's pretty obvious that they are going to be... Okay, now I'm detected. So clearly they're pushing straight forward. So either they're in A or they're in B, and they're turning towards me right now. So again, I have my guns centered on the left hand side of the ship, ready to go, ready to nail some Shimakazes. And there we go, there's the first one popped up. He's turning, giving me full broadside for no apparent reason. Again, it's AA, it's AI medium level, so it's not all that much of a competition. I actually heard some players had a problem with the previous AI, or was it this form of AI? Which is rather surprising, because it's definitely not very good. The first Shima goes down, and now I pop the Hydro, just in case, just to be prepared, ready to go for any torps. Now surprisingly enough, I've taken like 7k damage already on these Shimakazes, from these Shimakazes, which is actually pretty troubling. But again, it's the Minotaur. She can easily deal out as much as she takes. And with that salvo, the second Shimakaze goes down. Now you'll notice that if you'll look at my aiming reticle, you'll notice how low it is in the water. This is something I learned probably from shooting the first Shimakaze, is that however low you aim a little bit lower. Just because of the fact that its profile is so low in the water that you absolutely need to be aiming really, really low to be able to hit like just the ship itself, and to deal those 5k, 6k salvos consistently. That being said, we've dropped 2 of them. This Shimakaze seems to be stuck by the dead ships of its allies. But that being said, we are doing a hell of a lot of damage, and thankfully my accuracy is good enough that although I have 2 fires burning, I'm down to 15k, and one of my guns has been destroyed, I'm still able to chunk them so significantly that they're dying relatively quickly, and that's another monstrous salvo right there. Now at this point I'm down to 10k HP. We see the torpedoes coming. This is actually my first chance to actually dodge some torpedoes in the entire game. Now for the final Shimakaze, I decided, you know what? I'm going to let him torp me all 3 salvos. Doesn't matter. Before I actually even finish him off. So before he dies, I will have to dodge all 3 of his salvos, regardless of how close I get. And keep in mind, I don't have my hydro, so I'm not able to detect them at 5.8 kilometers, or 5 kilometers, sorry. So this should be really interesting. The most troubling thing about this though is that the fact that the map's so big that it takes so long to actually bounce into other ships, or like hit them, or to get detected by them, or detect them yourself. So again, this is more like an aiming practice, and there's going to be a bit of torpedo dodging coming up right now. But I think people underutilize training battles so much, especially on newer ships that you've just gotten, or just trying to learn some fundamentals of the game, like where to aim on a ship. Keep in mind that when you put a bot into your game, you can make them not move, and you can make them not fire back at you. So that gives you incredible ability to actually practice shooting at different levels of the ship, get your vertical aim really good, and stuff like that. And you can create angles with your ship, so you can practice shooting at ships coming at you at an angle, or you can practice shooting at ships coming straight at you, bow in, and knowing where to shoot at them, where not to shoot at them, stuff like that. It's seriously such a good tool to actually learn how to play the game properly. Now again, it won't help you all that much with positioning wise. Again, that's something you kind of just have to feel out and just be able to read the game state from the minimap and then interpret that into how you play. But for all things aiming, it's a really useful tool. Okay, back to the game. For that little interlude. Again, we just popped our hydro. We see the Shimakaze popping up at 6.6 kilometers. Again, right now I'm turning out to the left. I see the Shimakaze turning out to the right. Again, I'm just getting him worked down. I know he's going to launch torps really soon. So at this point I'm deciding... Oh god. Okay, here we go. Okay, here's 3 salvos coming straight at me. And again, not all that challenging. But hey, at least you got a little bit of practice in. And I decided to get a little bit of practice myself and try and torp the Shimo without actually shooting at him. Because what's the fun in just killing him off like this? He's like a little Bambi about to be killed. But I think with the next salvo, he should be good to go. And with that, we finish him off. Now, if you got any more challenges you'd like me to try, anything probably a little bit more challenging than this, please let me know in the comments. And with that, it's GG, and I'll see you in the next one.